Hey there, Challenger students. This is Mr. Foote again, and we are going to be doing something I like to call Scribblimage, and it is a really great exercise to help improve your imagination and expand your creativity, and also it helps me just kind of get a sense for where you are with your skills in terms of drawing or shading and using your imagination. It's a very simple assignment. And basically, if you've ever played the cloud game, where you've looked up at the sky and seen the clouds and you've gone, oh, that looks like a dragon, or that looks like a spaceship, you've used your imagination. And this is a very similar assignment. Basically, what I have here is I just have like a scratch paper. I like to use things that were in the recycle bin, so I don't necessarily have to use a new sheet of paper. Or you can use your sketchbook. And basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pen. Okay, all you need for this is you need a pencil. I use a Q-tip for like shading, and then I'm just going to scribble at random. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at this scribble, and I can move it from all sorts of sides, and I can see, maybe I see something there, or maybe I come over here and I see something there, or maybe I see something from the other end. Looking at it this way, automatically, so now I take my pencil, okay? I kind of see this frumpy face. That's kind of like grin, maybe an eye and a nose right there, and then maybe the other eye. And kind of a cartoon, face, or maybe, maybe there's something inside of a bubble, maybe a chicken in an egg. There could be, something laying down on a pillow, or this could be a frying pan with an egg in it, or a plate with the dinner or something like that. So at any rate, I'm going to kind of like take a moment to take a look, and we'll get going. So I'm just going to get started. Sometimes I feel like it's best sometimes to just get going. So I saw this right here and this kind of thing right there, and it just looked too much like buck teeth or big front teeth, and like a mouth. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start kind of filling that in, and like that's even like a lip, And sometimes the image will come to you as you work on it. So, I'm just I start to just kind of loosely get it worked in. This looks kind of almost like nostrils. Maybe even, the nose. And maybe, these are the eyes right there, So I can add a little bit, I'm going to try and use as much of the scribble as I can to tell me kind of like what to do, but at the same time, I want to use my imagination and kind of just go with it. So I don't get hung up too much on the details just yet. The idea for me at this point is just kind of like getting the ball rolling and kind of let my imagination take over as I move along. One thing that really helps me is I try to determine, like, okay, is there a light source? Where would the light be coming from? And maybe the light's coming from over here, and so this side over here would have shadows. Let's see. I'm looking at this thing, and maybe this. Maybe that could be like almost like a cow with ears, or a rabbit or something, kind of a little bit more of a snout. cows don't have top teeth, that's for sure. So how about a bunny or something? See, it doesn't have to be anything. I'm just using my imagination. What the heck's Goofy, right? You know, if Mickey's a mouse and Donald's a duck and Pluto's a dog, what the hell's Goofy? You know? Let's see. He's kind of creepy. And what I tend to do is you can see that I'm really like accentuating some of these lines. And the reason why, of course, we draw in pen is if I erased, well, these lines, my original scribble stays there. These lines can all go away, but the original scribble is still there. So just if that way you can make mistakes, and you can kind of, the idea is eventually you kind of want these other lines to go away. You know, you more or less want to see them disappear and everything kind of blends in.